Today is my first time doing a video like this. We are reacting to autism memes, because that's not going to go wrong at all. I thought this might be a fun idea, something a little bit more relaxed and jovial compared to some of my other content. So let me know if you like this kind of video, and maybe we might do some more of these in the future. But I'm only going to do memes that have been submitted by users in my Discord server. So let's get started. First up, the moral of Matilda is that if you're autistic enough, you can destroy your enemies with your mind. Love that movie. Grew up loving that movie. Always wanted to have the telekinetic powers. And yeah, because autism's a superpower, so obviously I should be able to telekinetically throw my enemies across the room. But nice. That thing I could have done right away, but didn't. And now it's a big problem. And then there's me. Yeah, this probably mixes in a little bit of that ADHD, so all kinds of procrastination until it's finally a moment of panic and stress and anxiety, and so that finally allows you to do the thing, because executive dysfunction hates you. It hates you and it likes to hurt. Congratulations, you've scrolled so far, you found the dopamine. No. You just end up on the endless cycle for 3 hours, and then you're on some very obscure corner of TikTok wondering, what the heck am I listening to the uses of beluga whales and how the particular kinds of asparagus are grown, because white asparagus has to be buried under the ground. Like, how did I get here? Yeah. I still don't find the dopamine. ADHD, autistic people, playing the same song on repeat for a month. It's free dopamine. Ooh, I feel this one. So if you don't have a particular, I think I've seen them referred to as like Stim songs, but you find one song that just really scratches the mental itch, and it's just this, I like this, I love this song. And you listen to it on repeat, non-stop. I listen to the same song for weeks, and like on loop. Anywhere I'm in my car or if I'm just working, I will listen to the same song on repeat for days upon days, and just non-stop playing. I'll probably listen to something like 50 times without stopping, and then it doesn't do it anymore, and I'm done with that one, and it goes into a playlist, and I forget about it until I rediscover it one day, and ooh, I like this one again. But you find something that you like, and you squeeze every last bit of joy you can out of enjoying that piece of media. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of those universal experiences for the neurodivergent. But you find a good song, you wring it out like a damp towel to get every drop of enjoyment you can out of it. Friend, hey, can we reschedule? I don't know if I'm gonna go bowling tonight. Me. Having reconstructed my entire being around the concept of going bowling at 7 tonight, watching my world shatter before me. Yeah, it's no big deal. I just spent the entire day reframing everything about myself to know that I'm going to be doing this at 7 p.m. Ooh, yeah. This is like a double-edged one here, is because partly it's like, on one hand, it's just the day is wrecked because everything about what you've been doing mentally to prepare for being around stimuli, noises, lights, smells, sounds, just lots of people, and then preparing for the activity and trying to build up your mental fortifications to bear all of that while still trying to have a good time with your friend. And then your plan gets canceled, and everything that you've been preparing for, what you expect the day to be, is just dashed upon the rocks, and that is not a nice feeling. But on the other hand, sometimes it's like, oh, I am now free. I do not need to actually expend all of that energy I've collected. Granted, it's not going to be redistributed to some other activity, but now the stress I'm going to have to endure, regardless of any preparation, I don't have to anymore, and I can stay home in my comfort place with all my comfort things in my nice little room dedicated to special interests, yada yada. But at the same time, you also miss out on socializing with a friend, because we tend to forget to do that, and then you don't see your friend for more months. It's really hard being an adult, being an autistic adult and doing plans, and yeah, I feel this one. Me at 3 a.m. imagining how I would do CPR on a giraffe instead of sleeping. Because the overactive mind will not shut up. I don't know about giraffe CPR, but I certainly do have some random thoughts that won't get out of my head, or constant things I need to remind myself to do later, and so thankfully that's where voice assistants or a notebook by the side of your bed or something really come in handy, because now that this thought is consuming all of my waking faculties, I can't go to sleep until I make sure that I'm not going to forget that thing. Just let me sleep, please. I already can barely sleep as it is. More like serotonin, am I right? Yeah, this activity, it sparks joy until it sparks no joy. And now it's a chore, and now I don't want to do it. Until I have to do it. Panic! Yeah, that's pretty much the cycle. Opens pill bottle. Opens water bottle. Pours some water out onto my hand. Wait, no. I've done this. I have done this. Because you're not supposed to multitask. Now, when you try to multitask, sometimes you can do it, but then sometimes the wires get crossed. Hello, Thor. But sometimes the wires will get crossed, and then you're like, let's just pour some of this. That's water, not the pills. Wait. Oh, I've done this so many times with like food things, or like I'm trying to put the milk away, but I end up putting the box of cereal in the fridge and then the milk in the pantry, and then I like pause and I'm like, wait, what the heck did I just do? Yeah, I'm sure that's not really a neurodivergent specific experience, but it's definitely one I've experienced. Autism plus ADHD is like having a huge library in your head, but no reference numbers and librarians. Yeah, I guess I could relate to that one a little bit. Like, you want some random facts about something? Oh, I'm sure I got something in a pile in the back of my skull somewhere. Whipping out random facts all the time? Yeah, I can do that. But you want me to make a cohesive argument about something? Nah, I'm gonna be scrambling, running around my skull trying to find every little scrap of information to tie into a cohesive argument. But man, you want those random dictionary facts about some random obscure thing? Yeah, I got you. You want to know something about like trade agreement practices or law in a country hundreds of years ago for some obscure reason? Yeah, I could tell you that. I could tell you how they used to, test why they bite gold coins, because gold might actually flake off if it's not a real gold coin, or gold actually would bend a little bit because it's a softer metal, or how they would do weight scales and but yeah, it's not always organized, but I would say that sometimes the autism brain does organize the crap out of stuff somewhat, but it's kind of like I have to organize it externally. Okay. Messing around for 3 days and then making a Herculean effort. I'm not sure how most people pronounce this. Herculean. I'm pretty sure it's Herculean. Yeah, because there's no Herculean. Distraction. Messing around for 3 days and then making a Herculean effort on day 4 that restores your average progress to what a moderately inept person would have achieved with consistent effort. That's what it's all about. Ow! I feel seen and pointed at. Yes, because this is definitely my lived experience a lot of the time. I just can't seem to do something or get anything done for a couple days, and then there's just one day where it's like the productivity gods have decided to rain down upon me all of the mental coins that I need to spend on all these activities, and I can spend 9 hours knocking out 4 days worth of work. But the 4 days prior or preceding or afterwards, I am a slug/potato on the couch, and I cannot do anything, and I am useless. Not fair, because every time up until the productivity time, you just have all the anxiety about the things that you need to get done, or all of the shame about not being able to do anything, even if it's just something simple like just go wash the dishes that are in the sink. Take a baby step, do a small part of the thing. Like, it doesn't work like that. The polar the polar ability to do things or not, plus autistic inertia to make it hard to even take off a small part of a task to just do something, even if it's just the small minutia of a task. Gah. Yeah, I feel this one. This one hurts. Thanks. Making my weird little noises. Self-fulfillment needs, psychological needs. And I'm sure there's probably another one that's getting cut off here somewhere. But, yeah, I used to get in trouble a lot as a kid in class because I would make a lot of weird noises. And only now, 30 years of age, do I understand that I was probably just doing vocal stims. But sometimes I still do some of this stuff with my sister, so it's like, meh. Weird noises rock. I don't care. Do what you want to do. Them. If it was important, you'd remember. Me, has ADHD. I frequently forget that close friends of mine exist. Now this is some ableist stuff that sucks. Because if it was important, you'd remember. Nonverbal working memory in ADHD is already impacted, so you're already going to have an issue with remembering anything. But also, if you're autistic, or if you have any of these neurodivergencies, and you have any level of trauma, which is, growing up autistic in any part of the world that's not extremely accommodating to your needs, you're pretty much guaranteed to have some level of CPTSD or trauma or some impact thereof, anxiety disorder, what have you. So all of those things like depression, anxiety, PTSD, any of these things actually have a physical and measurable impact on the memory faculties of your brain. So this one is kind of like funny in like a depressingly sad way, is that if you don't meet the expectations of a standard and normal person, then you're seen as less than. You're not a great friend. You're not a great partner. You're not a great person. You can't even remember things. If this was important, if I was important to you, you'd remember. When you are literally struggling with physical, chemical, emotional, mental factors often beyond your control, that impact your ability to remember things, that even sometimes with coping mechanisms that I talk about on the channel, like software, things to help you remember, even then, you're impacted by something, and then you are being judged on your inability to meet an expectation that a healthy and non-impacted person should maybe be expected to meet. This is some ableist crap that sucks. It's not always an excuse. It's an explanation, but the explanation really just drives a point that not everything is the way that it seems, and everyone's struggling with something that you might not be seeing, especially those of us with invisible disabilities. You just think you should have no issue with this at all. But I do. And now I'm seen as a horrible person because of something that you won't acknowledge as something that I'm impacted by. Yeah. Funny in a this is depressing and it hurts and it's a sad reality kind of way, so thanks. When my brain goes on a little adventure instead of being present for the conversation I'm having. Yeah, this is why I can't look at you in the eyes or make eye contact at all, especially if you're talking to me. I'm looking, like if I'm looking at you, come here. If I'm looking at you like this, I'm not listening. I'm trying to make eye contact. Yeah, I'm nodding. I'm engaged. I'm engaged in this conversation. Break eye contact. Otherwise, too much is weird. Okay, back again. All right, nice. Okay, stare at their nose, not their eyes. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Has it been too long? Should I say something? Is now a good point to? What was I gonna say? Yeah. That's why I can't do this. If you're talking to me, it's like this. Oh yeah, I remember something about that. That was funny. Yeah, I'm looking over here. I'm not looking at you. In fact, I might even be sideways. I might even be, fidgeting with something. I'm just over here doing my own thing. But I can listen to you. Yep. But sometimes those thoughts break in. Not intrusive thoughts, but like you get a tangent. You like, I need to say something really fast. So this is how you know neurodivergent communication is just a different neurotype communicating to a different neurotype instead of just, you have communication deficits. Because I've done it with like my family, my fiance, like if it's like mid-conversation, mid-sentence even, and I have to get a thought out, otherwise I can't focus on what you're saying because I'm trying to hold on to the thought so I don't forget it. And I just want to like throw it out there, but then return back to the original conversation. We just say, pause, time out, just that. Instantly, person stops, you throw out the thought, you're done. Release timeout, and you continue the conversation. But otherwise, having to hold on to something or being forced to make the eye contact, who knows? I might be like Fry here. I'm off into the void. I'm having a random adventure. Telling neurotypicals I'm autistic. I'm actually autistic. I don't think you are. Everyone is a little bit autistic. No, you're not. But you made eye contact. Immediate infantilizing. You're not like my 5-year-old autistic nephew. Telling autistic people that I'm autistic. I'm autistic. We know. Yeah. I also love the ones where they're just like, why are you so odd? Why are you so weird? I'm autistic. But you're so normal. What? What? Oh, there's so many problematic things here. Everyone's a bit autistic. Well, if everyone was a bit autistic, don't you think the world would be a little bit more friendly and accommodating to autistic people because we are all a little bit the same way? Logically, it doesn't make sense. But you make eye contact, masking. No, you're not. You're hot. I guess that's just pretty privilege, so that doesn't have any bearing. What does autism look like? It doesn't look like anything. Anybody can look like anything. Like, because I don't look like a stereotype of something doesn't mean anything. I don't think you are. Great, good for you. I don't give a crap about what you think. Infantilizing, I haven't really experienced that too much, but then again, I'm a 6'6", several 100-pound man. I'm bigger than most people. I don't really think they're gonna be doing much of that. You're not like my 5-year-old autistic nephew, they said to the feminine presenting autistic individual who masks heavily in society. Yeah, of course they don't act like your 5-year-old autistic nephew. Like, what? Just because everyone doesn't look like the one frame of reference you have for a mental disorder that's an invisible disability doesn't mean anything. That and autistic people seem to have radar for our own. Like, I'm autistic. We know. Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't had too much of this experience. That would have been obnoxious. What kind of autism do you have? I have collector's edition. I don't know if this is saying like I have a collector's version of autism because I have an older version of autism, or it's I have the type of autism that makes me collect lots of things because, ooh boy, do I like to collect things. I want all the complete sets of things. I like collecting stickers. I like, oh man. Either way, this was just a giggle. Autism is wanting to be invited but not wanting to go. ADHD is wanting to go but not remembering if you were invited. I am definitely the former. I like to be invited to things, but often I just can't or don't want to go. But I don't forget if I was invited, because if I'm invited, it's on the calendar. Yeah. Well, that's all the memes I got for you today. Maybe next time people will submit some more, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, let me know, and maybe I'll do some more of these in the future. Maybe I'll keep this as a channel in my Discord server for people to submit things for a meme review video or a meme reactions video. So, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.